everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hello, Gaurang. Thank you so much for joining us again. More questions to you today. After so much enlightenment on the what's, obviously the next question will come to you right away. So, I mean, why is the metaverse is happening right now? Why?
Why? Okay, that's a great question. Why is it happening right now? So I think one of the main reasons that has driven the adoption of gaming, metaverse, blockchain, NFTs, all these things is definitely the COVID and the work from home and all these things, right? So last couple of years we have had so many lockdowns. People were locked in their houses, and I think that has driven a lot of growth for all these industries, right? So that's one of the main reasons, definitely. And as I mentioned in the last episode, Meta, Facebook changing its name to Meta, that also brought it to the mainstream, I think. And that was, again, one of the other reasons, too. Yeah.
So one of the main reasons you isolate would be okay the fact that okay we went through this COVID phase. A lot of people stay home. Some people started to have like remote work, and of course now the metaverse is sort of replacing your office space and opening the dimension for like more industries as well to adopt the metaverse. We've seen as well so many people actually managing to have a livelihood through Axie Infinity, right? So this as well, I presume we should accept that Axie Infinity is also a metaverse, right? Yeah. So the reason is because finally we realized that okay, through our computer we can finally access that digital world of the metaverse, and through the NFTs, people are able finally to move assets, create value, and obviously making a living out of this.
Exactly. And last year, like when COVID, we had the lockdowns, people actually started conducting conferences and events in the metaverse. So I actually spoke at a couple of events in Decentraland. I gave a talk in Decentraland as while sitting at my home. We also had a party. So indoors, we have a space in Crypto Voxels, and we actually had a party there on our rooftop. So we have a metaverse office. We had a party there, and we had some DJs from Berlin actually live streaming the music, and we had people from all over the world, almost like 30 countries, joining that party. It was damn amazing.
So something that will tie up to my next question, because you just spoke about the NFTs, and we spoke about NFTs creating value for and allowing people to execute actions or transit value within the metaverse. So now, why are the NFTs the piece of the puzzle of the metaverse and ownership? So tell us and drive us a little bit more, in a concise way, because I'm sure this is a very large topic. But why is the NFT the essential piece of the puzzle of the metaverse?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think NFTs are of a crucial importance for the metaverse, right? So let's take an example. In the real life, I own this hoodie or I own this T-shirt. Uh, but when I'm wearing this hoodie or when I buy this hoodie, I know that I have this hoodie, right? I have the ownership on that. But in the metaverse, NFTs is something that can prove the digital ownership of a digital asset, right? And that has to happen across multiple metaverses. So, for example, when Adidas launches their sneakers with Artifact, for example, or some other Tiffany's is launching their pendant in the metaverse. So these things are nothing but NFTs, and they prove your ownership and your identity in the metaverse. Actually, if you go down to the root level, if you look at a metaverse like Decentraland or even Sandbox or Crypto Voxels, every piece of land is an NFT. So essentially, everything in that metaverse is an NFT, and that is really awesome. I think NFTs have just changed the game, and they are the fundamental aspect of any metaverse.
Do you remember when the dot com started on, and nobody really paid attention of the domain names, right? You would be picking to someone very lambda industry like, hey, domain names, and nobody would really care because nobody would really know what he was really doing. And probably NFTs are a little bit similar to that idea, where you have some ownership of something that is digital that proves that it's you, and therefore it exists. If you manage to prove the existence of it, then therefore it is, right?
Exactly, exactly. Actually, you touched upon a great point, right? Like digital ownership is nothing new, right? So domain names that you bought, let's say in the early 2000s, some of them have become so expensive and so valuable now, right? For example, crypto.com was bought for such a big amount. It was a few millions, I think. So similarly, NFTs now actually give you an easy way to prove ownership, and to trade that ownership, right? So let's say I buy this hoodie in the metaverse, a digital hoodie. I can pass it on to you, I can sell it to you, and you can buy it using NFTs. I think that's why NFTs are really awesome.
So why NFTs are only allowed to be on certain metaverses? And my next question is like, why there are so many metaverses?
Yeah, just like social media, I think metaverses are being created for specific purposes, right? So, for example, Crypto Voxels is a metaverse which was catering to artists and some artsy type of people. So it has a lot of art galleries and those kind of things. So it's kind of a niche metaverse for that. Then Sandbox is nothing but a game. Sandbox, every land can be converted into a game. And then if you look at Decentraland, for example, on Decentraland you can do pretty much anything, right? You can have art galleries, you can have a shop. So actually, Samsung has a shop in Decentraland. You can even have embassies. So, for example, some countries are creating their virtual embassies in the metaverses, which is amazing. So, what I'm trying to say here is every metaverse is going to be different. So, every metaverse is going to serve a specific purpose. And in the future, you will see many more metaverses like these coming up and popping up. So it's not going to be just one metaverse at all.
I'm going to make this question as a why as well. So why is the metaverse then the next evolution of the internet? And do you think it is?
Great question. No, I definitely think it is. Uh, See, I believe it's not going to replace internet completely, but it's going to give you a much better way of actually dealing with the internet, of interacting with internet and interacting with other people. So during COVID times, during the lockdowns, as people were getting really tired of Zoom, right? So we used to call it Zoom fatigue because we used to have like 10, 12 meetings every day, just sitting on Zoom, sitting on a chair, right? But then metaverse, I think, is fundamentally a better way of interacting with other people. So let's say we had that party in Crypto Voxels. Everyone came there, people were dancing with each other. Actually, one lady actually fell down from her roof while partying there. So her avatar actually fell down from the roof, which was quite funny, right?
Okay, so what happened
And
when she fell off the roof? What happened?
well, so she was dancing, and yeah, she was dancing, and she just went back and just fell down. I think her avatar was drunk in the metaverse. I don't know. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is metaverse gives you a better way of interacting with people. So it's definitely better than the internet, and I think it's going to be the next way in which we start, interacting with each other.
I think this kind of concludes a little bit our series of questions around why the metaverse. You covered again some of the widely asked questions. We will come back to you again with further question. We'll have another vlog with you, and hopefully we'll have a lot more insights from you. Thank you so much, Gora.
Thank you, Alex.